Well, as India prepares for the world's biggest elections this year, the country is likely to experience extreme heat during the April to June period, with central and western peninsula parts facing the worst impact. Minister for Earth Sciences Kiran Rijiju said that India is anticipated to experience extreme weather conditions in the upcoming 2.5 months. Now, this coincides with the general elections in which around 1 billion people are expected to exercise their franchise. Officials at the India Meteorological Department have said that the anticipated increase in outdoor activities during the polls could heighten public vulnerability to heat waves. He also said that with greater exposure, there is an elevated risk of heat wave-related health issues among the electorate and poll staff. The Met Office said above normal maximum temperatures are likely over most parts of the country in April, with a high probability over central South India. The intense heat could also strain power grids, impact winter-grown crops and result in water shortages in parts of India. Now, this comes at a time when the live shortage in the most important reservoirs in South India has dropped severely. Elevated temperatures pose significant risks, especially for those pre-existing health conditions who are more susceptible to heat-related illnesses such as heat exhaustion and heat stroke. A significant increase in heat-related fatalities during the summer months has been reported in recent years. In 2023, a total of 252 deaths were reported in just the first half of the year, up from 33 fatalities in the same period last year. Well, to give us a better perspective on this, we have with us Vishwas Chitale joining us live from New Delhi on the phone line. He is the Senior Program Lead of the Council of Energy, Environment and Water. So my first question to you, what do you make of the IMD's projections? Is there anything unusual that you see in the weather patterns here?
Yes, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. So I think, all of us have been referring to IMD's forecast already since March this year, which had forecasted a severe summer during March to May. But the very recent forecast that has out yesterday and also during their press conference, it has been really discussed that on an average, the number of heat wave days that were seen in India for a period of last almost 30 to 40 years was on an average between 2 to 8 heat wave days. Now, what IMD is forecasting for April already this year, and it goes into May as well, that there is an increase by 1 to 3 days of heat wave experience in various parts of India. In our view, this is not an unusual pattern, but anyways, as per the forecast from March, this is just a continuation of increase in intensity of heat wave or increase in intensity of heat stress. As per the recent forecast, I think it's going to impact various parts in India across next 3 to 4 weeks, but also more prominently in May as well.
Right. Sir, also very interestingly, the IMD projections say that Delhi in particular may witness milder summers. Why do you think that is?
The list pattern has been different just over last 2 weeks. We have seen a bit of sudden increase in the temperatures, but still there is a cooling pattern at the night. So this all depends on very local phenomena in the weather conditions. But I think as per the forecast also, if you see IMD forecast, it's not going to be the same that we are currently experiencing. Delhi itself also is going to face some extreme harsh temperatures in coming weeks, maybe probably in last week of April or also in early May. So that's two very local microclimatic conditions that this could be a very temporary phenomenon. but it will not continue to go as it is.
Okay. Sir, very quickly, if you can also tell us what are the precautionary action plans that you could perhaps recommend to the states and the population at large?
Yes. So, I mean, see, in this matter, already National Disaster Management Authority and IMD has been really, cognizant of the fact that this forecast is telling really a harsh condition, and also keeping outdoor activities in mind, especially the elections that are coming in next 2 months. I think there has been already some proactive action from the national agencies in this matter. And there have been series of meetings with the State Disaster Management Authority, which were chaired and hosted by National Disaster Management Authority and IMD. And states have been asked to report on their progress. After the meeting in February, what progress the states have made in last 1 month in order to prepare well. What are the different hotspots? Also, on daily basis at 4 p.m., IMD is generating a bulletin on heat wave or heat stress, which is identifying those local pockets at district level where the heat impact has been very high. So there are some preparedness mechanisms already going on. And also, NDMA, National Disaster Management Authority, has a multi-stakeholder working group where also our institution is a part of that group, where we have been discussing also on what guidelines Election Commission of India should follow, considering the large masses will be out there in outdoor conditions during the polling season as well. So these guidelines also have been shared with Election Commission of India, and I think they will be also taking proper action in order to reduce the impacts due to heat waves.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Vishwas Chitale, for joining us with your thoughts on this rather worrying alarm bell that has been sounded off by the IMD. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.